Welcome back, and it's time for business with Daryl Crowell. Good morning, Daryl.
Good morning, Inimwa. In our first story this morning, the Controller and Accountant General's Department says it is ready to migrate university staff onto the national payroll system as part of the Public Financial Management Act. The mechanized system is intended to ensure that institutions that operate independent payroll systems but live on government subvention are subject to similar controls that currently exist on the mechanized payroll system. The Controller and Accountant General's Department at the Payroll Audit and Sensitization Workshop in Cape Coast also indicated human resource and unit heads that fail to validate workers who have genuinely worked would be punished. Richard Kujinyako has more.
Universities across the country live on government subvention and are paid by their own systems. The system, according to some vice-chancellors, has been fraught with many challenges, including institutions going to borrow money before staff are paid when subventions from government delay. Speaking at the workshop organized in Cape Coast by the Controller and Accountant General's Department, Deputy Controller and Accountant General in charge of audit and investigation, Wisdom Komlan Mesan, explained the new move will ensure timely payment of salaries of university staff and also facilitate the accounting and reporting on payrolls.
In recent time, the vice-chancellors themselves, some of them have expressed their frustration in the time it takes for the general public servants to be paid and the time that university staff are paid, because application for subvention comes sometimes a bit late and after the public servants are paid before the process of making releases to them takes place. And we think that when this system is implemented there on the national payroll, when you are paying public servants, you pay everybody, including the university staff. That saves them a lot of money because some of the universities actually go borrow money to pay staff before government subvention comes in.
The Controller and Accountant General is also set to punish human resource and unit heads whose fault is it for the suspension of salaries of employees. According to him, those whose actions and inactions the staff are not paid would be made to account for the inconveniences caused them.
Sometimes employees who are going about their business normally and doing what is expected of them realize that they are not paid because people who were entrusted to validate their name on the payroll fail to do their job. We are finding creative ways of holding such officers accountable. And we think when we do that, it will help all of us do what we are expected to do.
One of the emerging issues that the Controller and Accountant General is dealing with are the unsolicited messages that are sent to employees on government payroll asking them to apply for loans. The department says people behind these would be smoked out and punished for breaching the confidentiality they swore to uphold. Richard Kwejunyako, Joy News, Cape Coast.
Now, Cocoa Board is partnering two importers of fertilizers to provide cocoa farmers in the western region a new product to tackle high acidity levels in soil and boost cocoa cultivation. One of the importers, Batistag, is happy there will be a turnaround in cocoa production. There is more in this report.
Studies have shown that soil acidity is one of the major constraints to cocoa cultivation. It further limits the levels of key nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. This, according to researchers, leads to low cocoa yields which affect farmers. The acidity of soil in the western region, according to Western South Regional Manager of Cocoa Health and Extension Division, Samuel Ankama, is very high as a result of the continuous rain pattern affecting the region. At the sidelines of the two-day training for cocoa extension officers and cocoa farmers on how to apply Omi calcipril fertilizer, Mr. Ankama noted that the region, which has been classified as high rainfall zone with this associated high acidity level, will now rub shoulders with other productive areas.
In terms of fertilizer application, it has been the same fertilizer application throughout the country, which to some of us is not the best practice, especially coming to the western south cocoa region. This enclave is noted for heavy rainfall, and as the scientists will say, when there is this high propensity of rainfall, it affects the soil pH which means those within the rainfall, high rainfall areas are always associated with high acidity level of the soil.
Chief Operating Officer at Demeter Ghana, Batistag, was positive of the outcome in the western region.
We tried to use different types of fertilizer to see if it would work. So we used NPK, and we used TSP, which is triple superphosphate, and we tried like MOP, and none of these products were getting the yield increases that we wanted. And then one day we invited an agronomist out from Europe to come and look at the soils and go, why can we not get an increase in yield? And he sort of did some tests, and he identified that the main issue that we had with our soils was the pH was 4.5, and that means the soil is acidic.
All right, and that's it for business. It's back to you, Nimwa.
Thank you very much, Daryl. And coming up next is sports with Benedict Owusu. And we'll be bringing you the most important story of today, which of course is the fact that Barcelona won by 4 goals. We'll be right back with the sports after this.